see that justice is done. We have a duty to them, the defendants, and to the state that a fair trial takes place. Accordingly, with as few people as we have and as much notoriety as this incident's already gotten, my remarks are going to be limited to process and not facts, not alleged facts.
Can we, for people who are just tuning in right now who don't know the issue at hand, can we start off the top why we're here today?
We're here because there is a report that I believe occurred on March 27th to Hallettsville Police Department regarding an alleged incident that we learned occurred in Medina County, Texas, allegedly right at the 1st of March.
Can you tell us what party is that involved?
No, I'm not. What happened in Medina County is Medina County's case. We have to talk to the district attorney there as well as the county attorney for Medina County. What we became involved with, I say we, that was Hallettsville Police Department, was the potential that educators had failed to report allegations of abuse of a child. And so they began an extensive investigation, did hours and hours of interviews which were recorded, and we decided that in a typical situation, I don't know, 95% of the cases, I guess, the police department or the investigating agency would do their investigation. If they believed, that officer believed there was probable cause that the actor should be arrested, they would then do an affidavit of probable cause and get a warrant for the arrest of that person. In this case, rather than do that, we presented it to a special meeting of the grand jury in Milwaukee County. And that meeting went till 6:30 at night last Friday, from 9 to 6:30. At the conclusion, the Milwaukee County grand jury issued true bill 3 indictments, which I believe you have, or are available in the district clerk's office.
Can you confirm that the child that made the allegations is a player on the Brahmas baseball team?
Again, I'm not going to comment on that.
Does it involve the baseball team, given that the fact that you're looking at 2 different investigations in 2 different locations?
That's the case that I have, or cases, now there are 3 of them, involve not the baseball team, the baseball coach, the principal, and the assistant principal. That's all I can say.
What would be proper procedures when something like this happens, if there is an allegation made? What is supposed to happen on behalf of school administration or staff?
If you see the statute that we cited in the indictment, an educator, or actually one with a duty, is to report to either CPS, there's a newer name for it, but most people know what CPS is, or law enforcement, within 48 hours.
And that didn't happen?
That's what the indictment alleges, that it did not happen.
Are these employees back on campus today? Are they allowed back to be on
I don't know.
campus?
Again, what the school does is the school's business. I'm not involved in the school's administration. That's their business. We're only involved because of allegations of failure to report, which would be criminal activity. I'd like to say, 52 years ago, I graduated from Hallettsville High School. 3 years later, my sister graduated from Hallettsville High School. In my graduating class of, I think, 65 or 66, 3 of us are lawyers. All 3 of us live in this town. My dad was on the Hallettsville Independent School District Board after my sister graduated. So we've been part of this community. We're concerned about the school. We're concerned about the students. And we take this very seriously. We take it to heart. It's a sad occurrence for all of us.
The school district released a statement today saying the district is aware of the nature of the charges and does not believe, based on what we know, that there is any merit to them or that the Hallettsville employees engaged in any wrongdoing. What is your response to a statement like that when 2 investigations are currently ongoing?
It would be improper for me to respond now. Again, I'm limited. My duty is to see even that these defendants get a fair trial. And I don't want to be litigating this thing or trying it before a trial. And again, our jury pools are very small. And we have a duty to make sure that, or try anyway, when we select a jury, that the jurors are not familiar with this case. And of course, that's difficult in a small jurisdiction like we have. So I'm not going to.
But don't we have a duty to the community to let them know, let the parents know exactly why these 3 staff members were arrested? And the accusations against them, other than failing to report?
I'm not, again, going to make public what we believe to be true other than what's in the indictment. Again, it's all a matter of fairness, my duties as a prosecutor, and really as a human being.
What's the next steps? Now that, they've been charged with this or indicted on these charges, what's the next steps for these staff members?
They would be arraigned in district court. I don't know, it hasn't been assigned, set on the docket yet. Again, it just got subject to that in the past few hours, I think.
So is Hondo Police handling the whole allegations, accusations, and right here we're only handling the failure to report?
I'll say that Hallettsville Police Department did a lot of the investigation and certainly contacted Hondo immediately. I've had several conversations with the district attorney's office in Medina County, but it's their case. The alleged underlying offense or offenses occurred in Medina County. They're not ours.
Is there any concern for the staff, the students of Hallettsville ISD after the arrest of these 3 school administrators?
I don't have any personal concern that they're going to hurt anybody. No, I'm not concerned about them actually going out and hurting. Should they do anything improper, while they'd be subject to the laws like anybody else would, but that's not my immediate concern. And again, that's something for the Hallettsville Independent School District. Thank you.